Hello, welcome to Babble About Books. My name is Tavia and today you are joining me for my 2021 reading goals. I have 15 goals that I would like to try and accomplish this year. Only 5 are top priorities though. If I look down, it's just at my list to make sure I don't forget anything. Yeah, let's get into the video. So like I said, I've got 5 top goals that I really want to accomplish that, I will be a little sad if I don't accomplish them by 2021. By the end of 2021, beginning of 2022. So let's get into the top 5. The first one is I want to read 48 books. That's 4 books a month, which goes hand in hand with my TBR game, spiraling out of books. So I think it's pretty achievable. Last month I did read 4 books. So I have a feeling I can reach 48. Last year I read 14 books. It's going to be a little difficult, but I definitely think I can do it, especially because I want to prioritize reading more because I really stopped reading once I got out of high school, and so that's kind of why I started this YouTube channel to begin with, is to get back into reading. So yeah, I want to read 48 books by the end of 2021. I also want to read more diverse books. When I was going through the books that I owned, I realized I don't have a really diverse reading TBR, so I want to definitely get more LGBTQ, people of color, and just expand on what I'm reading more so than the very, very few that I have now. So I'm definitely excited to read more diverse books and be purchasing more diverse books in 2021. I also want to participate and complete 3 readathons. Now, I'm not just saying like doing 3 throughout the year. I want to go big or go home with them. And when I say that, I mean complete all the prompts, really knock it out of the ballpark. 3 of them I do want to participate in more, but I'm not going to be so adamant on completing them. So if I don't read, say 1 and you have to read 5 books in a week, I'm not going to be too upset if I don't for everyone, but there are 3, I at least want to fully complete 3 readathons this year. One of the ones that I know for sure I really want to complete is Polarathon. That's happening in February. So I'm really excited for that. But yeah, I want to go big or go home and participate and complete 3 readathons this year. Fourthly, I want to buy bookshelves because currently I've got books behind me and then I've got some hanging up on my wall over there. But other than that, out of the 100 books I own, at least over half of them are just shoved in my closet right now. So I definitely want to buy some bookshelves so I can display them. So that's definitely a big goal that I have. I also want to keep up to date on my reading journal, which I just started last month, and I was pretty decent at it last month, but with the holidays and stuff, it got a little hectic around here. So I definitely want to keep up to date on that and just have it look really pretty, so in 2022 I can look back and be happy with the progress I've made with my reading. And I think that they are so beautiful and I really have a lot of fun sitting and designing it. So yeah, I want to keep up to date and keep up on my progress of my reading journal. I also hopefully by the end of the year will know more on what books the 6th thing I want to complete in 2021 is I want to have a better understanding and idea of what books I like and I don't like, because right now all I really know is I enjoy romance, I enjoy historical fiction, I enjoy thrillers, and the last 2 I kind of learned within the past year about myself. Oh, and YA fantasy. I really enjoy YA fantasy, and I've kind of just learned that over the past year. So I definitely, hopefully by the end of the year, will have a better understanding of what books I like and I don't like. And I completely understand that feelings change, you grow as people. So maybe by the end of the year, I'll hate YA fantasy and only read adult, whatnot. But I want to have a better understanding than just what I have now, which is kind of why I started this channel as well. And then I also want to unhaul books I don't like or I'm never gonna read. I have some books that I've owned since I was like 7 that I've never picked up, and so maybe if I don't read any of them by the end of the year, I'll just get rid of them. But I definitely just want to, the books that I do read throughout the year that I really didn't like, I want to donate so somebody else can enjoy them and love them. If that's the book that they like, there's no point for me keeping it if I don't like it, when somebody out there could really want to read it and enjoy it and love it and keep it and cherish it. So I want to start hauling books. It is so hard for me. I don't like getting rid of things, even though I'm like, I'll never use it, but maybe one day I will type of situation. So it's going to be a little hard for me to get rid of books, especially the books that I've had forever, they have moved with me so many times. But yeah, I want to definitely get rid of books that I am just not gonna pick up ever again. I also want to keep up with Instagram and YouTube a little better. I've kind of failed for the first couple weeks of January. I'm not putting too much pressure on myself because this is going to be more of a hobby to me than, you know, trying to make a career out of it. Just because, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking to the camera. I enjoy taking photos and posting on Instagram, and I don't want it to become a job and it's just a chore. So I do want to keep up on it and be consistent, but I'm also not going to be too upset if, you know, some months I'm not really posting and some months I'm over posting. But I just want to kind of be a little more consistent. With just starting out, I think it's a good idea to keep in mind that you do have to be consistent to get a following. I also want to read outdoors more. Currently right now I can't do that because where I live it does snow, so there's snow everywhere right now, but once summer, spring hits, I definitely want to go out more, have a little picnic, sit in the forest and read and have it be, you know, a little magical. And I just, last year with the whole pandemic, I just sat inside a lot, and that just doesn't sound like fun. And, you know, we don't know what 2021 is going to hold, so I don't know if we're going to be able to travel or do anything. But at least, you know, go out to a park or, you know, sit at a bench and read outside sounds like, you know, a good way to get outside while still social distancing. I also want to try more audiobooks. I do own a couple. I've never listened to them before, so I don't really know if I like them or not, but everybody on YouTube seems to really enjoy them. They're nice and easy while you're driving, cooking, cleaning, stuff like that. So I do want to try and read more of those, or listen, whatever you want to call it, in 2021, maybe one a month, kind of see if there's certain genres I can read, or, you know, certain authors I prefer, whatnot. So yeah, I want to try and listen to more audiobooks. I also want to read a minimum of 4 classics. I feel like that's very plausible, just because with my TBR game, there's no way I'm not going to roll at least one classic. And if I have to toss on an extra book in a couple months throughout the year to make sure I meet the 4 classics, I'd be fine with that. I just realized I haven't really read any classics since high school, and that's kind of sad because I don't remember any of the classics I read in high school. So yeah, I want to broaden a little more and read some more classics. I also want to pick up more thrillers because the thrillers I have read I really have enjoyed. So I definitely want to pick up some more thrillers this year, and, you know, I also want to participate or, you know, have my own little 24-hour readathon where I'm awake for 24 hours and just read the whole entire time. A couple of my favorite booktubers do this every once in a while, and it looks like so much fun. I enjoy watching the video, so I'm like, ooh, maybe that's something I can do, and I can have little tasks that I do throughout the readathon. Yeah, that's something I want to do, at least one 24-hour readathon where I'm up from 12 a.m. to 12 a.m. I almost said p.m. That's only 12 hours. But yeah, I want to do a 24-hour readathon. And then I kind of stole this idea from Jessie the Reader. They talked in their 2021 goals of creating a little book of words they don't know. So if they're reading a book and they don't know what a word that they don't know, but they kind of get the gist of it from the context, but they want to go a little further and get the actual definition, they're going to write it down in a book. And I think that's going to be really interesting, especially because I am trying to expand and broaden my reading. I'm reading more nonfiction. I want to read more classics. So there are going to be words that I don't know, and it'll be cool at the end of the year to reflect and see on what knowledge I've gained, if I've retained any of it, if it gives a new understanding to the context for me. So yeah, I think I'm going to try that out. Of course, I'm not going to be too upset if I don't keep up to it, because I'm really bad at keeping up on things, especially if, you know, it's an extra step sometimes. So maybe I'll do it for like 2 months and then decide not to, but that is something I want to at least start and try with the new books that I am reading right now, because I do have a nonfiction on my January TBR. So yeah, I want to create a book of words I do not know. And then lastly, I enjoy painting. I like being artistic. I'm not amazing at it by any means, but I do enjoy doing it. So what I want to do is, on the books that I really, really like, I want to do a little painting of the book and kind of like my interpretations and feelings on it in a tiny little painting, and put that in my reading journal. So at the end of the year, I can look back and be like, you know, see, one, how my artistic ability has grown, and also kind of like I think it'll help remind me the feelings of the book and I can't speak today, I'm so sorry. I think it'll help remind me of the feelings that the book gave me when I was reading it based on, you know, my interpretation and painting of it. So yeah, those are the 15 goals I have for 2021. They're pretty simple, and like I said, I'm not going to be too sad if I don't complete all of them. The top 5 I really want to try and stick to. Those are the ones I'm going to really hold myself to a high standard. The other one are kind of just, you know, if it happens, great. If it doesn't, that's fine. I think it's going to be really interesting in 2022 to look back at this video and see if I was able to keep up with it, see if I still have a YouTube channel, you know, so I think it's going to be exciting to, you know, look back on this and reflect and see how much I've grown as a person, as my reading tastes and stuff like that. So yeah, those are my 2021 reading goals. If you liked this video, hit that like and subscribe, and I will see you next Wednesday. Bye!